They performed surgery on a Tiger Electronic, chat. They being me and my roommate. I'll tell you about that here in a minute. Hello, everyone. My name is GirafaStev. I'm the president of the Long Boy Club, the very long and large enjoyer of gaming, wrestling, getting some goddamn decent sleep.
Hello, Mario.
For once. And my stinky cats. Tonight is a very special occasion, chat, because I have been bestowed by my roommates an incredible gift. The gift of knowledge, the gift of learning, the gift of all the secrets. As we read the Giraffe Zoobook here tonight, I literally went through the trouble of scanning the entire Giraffe Zoobook issue to read on tonight's stream. I have it here digitally. It's a little bit scuffed, but I figured it would have been better to do that than to just point a webcam down at the book for like an hour or so. So yeah, we're gonna be reading that here tonight. We're gonna be going through all of here, hold on. I'm gonna actually look up the Amazon listing for this because the Amazon listing is incredible. Hold on. I really should have saved this because I was just talking with my roommate and I was telling him about, you know, how there are levels to infomercials, right? There are levels to this shit. Specifically, at the very top, I feel like there's Zoobooks, right? At the bottom, it's just fucking scams, right? Like the plug-in, like the electrical sonar that you plug into your house, and it's supposed to scare bugs away from your home. Which, like, I don't know how that's even possible. But either way, chat, I have the Zoobook here pulled up on Amazon. Here it is. We are talking big here. We're talking giant. The heart of an adult giraffe can measure 2 feet and pump 20 gallons of blood every minute. With so much blood racing around, how is it that a giraffe can bend over to drink and not pass out? All the secrets are revealed in giraffes. All the secrets, chat. Every single one of them. And they're going to be revealed here tonight. Hello there, Bri. How are you doing tonight? But first, before we do any of that, I gotta show you guys something. I gotta show you guys a little thing that me and my roommate did the other day.
What can you do in 10 seconds? You can...
Hey, no. Dude, I'll tell you what I could do in 10 seconds. I can pull up the browser image right here. There you are. So, I'm not sure if I showed this on stream before, but what you're looking at right here is a corpse. No, what you're looking at is
Hello, Mario.
the Seika's Zoobooks. I actually saw a newer penguin one at the library yesterday. I'm pretty sure that like Zoobooks got bought out, right? I don't think they're like an independent publication anymore. I think they got like bought out by some other company. And now they just publish Zoobooks and like their own like proprietary stuff. But either way, chat. This right here is a Sonic McDonald's handheld.
Once upon a time I ate Cheetos. The end.
That's a pretty good story, brother. This right here is a Sonic handheld game from McDonald's. Produced in, I'm reading the back of it right now, 2003. Right? This came out in 2003, and my roommate has had it ever since he was a small child, right? And somehow he managed to bring it with him when he moved in here, right? And it worked for like a second, right? Now don't get mistaken. This thing is not very high-tech at all. This is basically a Tiger game, you know? Like, literally, it's just, like, a series of, like, moving images that you need to shine up at a light to see. But the fact that he had this and it was working at all was incredible.
Hello, Mario.
Hello there, Tom. How you doing? Also, hi, Infinite. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you specifically. But yeah, this was very fun. This handheld was very fun. And one day, it just didn't work anymore. Like, it showed moderate signs of life. It would turn on for like half a second, and then it would immediately die. Now, normal people would probably just say, well, it's dead, and then they would throw it away, right? But me and my roommate, we're not normal people. So, we decided to perform surgery on it to get it working again. Now, obviously you're looking at the front of it, right? This right here is the back. And these screws right here were a bitch to get off. But recently, my roommate got a 156 and rather a 100. Recently, my roommate got a 156-in-1 screwdriver. And sure enough, one of the heads that came with that screwdriver fit nicely into these screws. So we were finally able to get into this thing, dude. We were finally able to get into this thing. And here's the inside of it. Right here's the inside of it. That right there is the speaker. This is the button. And this is obviously the components of the screen, you know? This thing is like 80% land waste, you know? But we had to give it to them, right? Even though it's extremely basic, this shit was a feat of engineering because the speaker battery right here is soldered onto the plastic. And these two wires here are like precariously placed onto it. Like they're nestled through two notches in there, and that's how it gets sound, right? But the problem wasn't necessarily the speaker. The problem was more so the screen. Because we figured that, oh, well, the battery in this is dead. So we need to take this thing apart and we need to insert a new battery. By the way, this right here's the old battery, right? We carefully removed it like with tweezers because we didn't want to like, you know, get battery corrosion on our hands. And we placed it on this little table, right? Like on this plate right here, right? It is very small, but you know, we saw, you know, batteries like this, you know, at Walmart. So we went over there and we got one that was kind of identical to it, but not necessarily the same kind. So yeah, we saved it, we put it on the plate just in case, and we got a new battery. At which point, we really just disassembled this thing. Like, look at this, dude. We took out the plastic shell, we took out the paper holding it, we took out the little, like, switch mechanism here. And that right there is what remained. That right there is the real tech of this, right? A 23-year-old microscopic motherboard with a shitload of corrosion on, like, the battery contact. And when we saw that corrosion, it's always chipping a blob. Yes, exactly. But again, like, this thing is honestly, like, a marvel of engineering. Because, like, these sound things are because these sound wires are precariously, like, filtered into, like, this speaker battery, which is soldered into the side. And the battery goes right here, right? This right here is the screen, like, apparatus completely assembled, right? Obviously, the battery goes right here, and it's supposed to make contact with this, right? So we put in the new battery, and we reassembled this thing again. And you know what happened? It still wouldn't turn on. So we had to, you know, go to another solution. And that solution being cleaning this friggin' battery contact of whatever corrosion we can. Because this thing has succumbed to time so heavily, dude. This thing succumbed to time crazy style. Because there was so much corrosion in this thing, it was practically caked in it. So we took some 91% alcohol and a Q-tip, and we just cleaned that thing as best as we could. And I'll tell you something, brother. And let me tell you something, brother. That Q-tip was the filthiest thing I have ever laid eyes on. It was, like, insanely dirty when we actually went to clean it. Nuclear waste-laden Q-tip. Exactly! Nuclear waste-laden Q-tip. I mean, like, dude, if you touch that Q-tip with all the corrosion on it, you might just turn it into the drizzle, you know? Like, you might just turn into the drizzle right off the bat. Hello, Dan. How you doing? Welcome on in. So what we did from there is we got that Q-tip and we cleaned it, and we put it in with the new battery. Still nothing, right? So we went to plan C. Plan C being, you know, let's just put in the old battery again. because granted, the battery that we got, this one, is different from this one, right? This right here is the old battery. This is the new one. Now, the new battery is different from the old one, and we figured it was just different enough to where it wasn't properly making contact with the, you know, battery contacts on the motherboard. So we disassembled it a third time, and we put the old battery in there. I don't really know what my roommate did with the new battery, but the point is it didn't work. So we reassembled this thing one more time. This time with the old they ate it. I mean, dude, this thing is so small. You'll probably find it like in between like your toes the next day, you know? But yeah, we put this shit back together. And chat, you wouldn't believe what happened. You wouldn't believe what happened next. It's so unbelievable to me. I mean, like, I need to turn on my actual camera here. No, it didn't blow up. I have it right here. I have it right here, chat. And believe it or not. Here. Here, I need to get, like, light on it. Give me a second. Because I need to, like, precariously angle this thing and, like, zoom in. So that way you guys get, like, a good look at this absolute marvel of gaming right here. Hold on. Right. And then I gotta flick it on.
It's almost time for a 3-minute story time break, my dudes. Dude, and the best part, it fucking works, baby. I mean, you can barely see it, but it works. It works, see? It's like,
hello, Mario.
It's like what you need to do in this is you need to time Sonic's jumps in order to clear the blocks, right? But with the way this is designed, you don't really need to time it at all. You could just mash this button, and he will make
Seeing
every
father
single
with human
jump.
fingers instead of hooves makes me want to vomit profusely.
Well, listen, man. Do you want to vomit profusely, or do you want to play a freaking cool McDonald's Sonic game? Because that's what I'm doing right now. Dude, when we got this shit working again, okay, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it. If I could stop moving my fucking hands. Because what you're supposed to do here is that you have to time Sonic's jumps. But the problem is that this machine doesn't really know the concept of timing. You could just press this button over and over again and he will make every jump every time. So, like, there's really not much to this, but the fact that we got this working at all is incredible. As a side note, this thing would not work unless there was immense pressure put on the battery to make contact with the motherboard. Like, this would not work unless all 4 of these little screws in here were applied, right? And they're, like, deep in there. Like, these things are like chasms in there, and they need to be, otherwise, like, the battery's not going to make contact. The only thing that's really weird about this machine right now is, I mean, I hesitate to call it a machine, but that is what it is. The only thing that kind of sucks about this game right now is that, you can't get any sound out of it, because in our attempts to resurrect this thing, to basically perform brain surgery on it, we unfortunately made it mute. because the wires connecting, hold on, because the wires connecting, like, you know, the sound to the speaker right here, they just stopped working. Or at the very least, they would not go back in, you know? So unfortunately, we can't get any sound out of this guy, but we did get it fixed. We did, in fact, get it fixed, and you can play it. Now, you probably wouldn't want to play it for, like, more than 5 minutes ever, but the fact it works is incredible. I don't think that's, hold on, was this made in, hold on, where was this made? Okay, yeah, this was made in China. I'm pretty sure that the Chinese worker that made this under questionable labor conditions, was not expecting anyone to fucking go through this much effort to revive something with such limited value. But we're not most people. We are Sonic fans, and if there's one thing that's true about us, it's that we will take the most small, inconsequential things, and we will go to great lengths to make sure that it can be played. Like the new Silver Project game, or rather like the new Project Silver game. Why, yes, we are mentally ill, and we love it. We are mentally ill and very autistic, and look at what we can make. Look at what they need to mimic a fraction of our power, chat. Look at what the neurotypicals need to mimic a fraction of the power that we generate. I know, right? It's great. I am so happy. I know my roommate's probably gonna take this with him when he moves, but I will cherish this for as long as I can. Because McDonald's sure won't.
Beware our power. We shall show no mercy.
Exactly, brother. Don't fuck with us Sonic fans. We will literally make entire fan games based off of 2 lines of dialogue. Only thing that sucks about the game is the game itself. I mean, to be fair, a lot of it does suck, you know? But the way it was manufactured is honestly incredible. So hats off to the mysterious worker that put this shit together. Also, hi Zach, how are you doing tonight? Welcome on in.
Let's begin. Our first dying wish is Stev's. He's repaired an old McDonald's toy about a licensed Japanese franchise.
Dude, if I'm on my deathbed and you bring me this, I will be happy. okay? Me and my dementia-laden stupor, I'll be able to finally recognize something, and that something will be Sonic. Hold on, what the fuck? Hold on, what is the reference? Oh, TF2 expiration date. Okay. Cool. Well, listen. Feeling really hot right now. LOL. Dude, I'm always feeling hot. All right? Especially with this robe. It's great, you know? I am comfort maxing tonight, chat. I am comfort maxing here tonight. But yeah, how is everybody? Hopefully you've been having a good week so far. I got, speaking of Sonic, a couple of new Sonic toys just over there. They're sitting in the living room right now. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom out here, because it's uncomfortably close. Oh, hold on. Speaking of Sonic toys, hold on just a second, chat. I got something I want to show you. Oh damn. Hold on. I don't want to take my headphones with me. This right here. They made it, chat. That's not Chavo, that's Sonic. Me and my parents were in hell until the AC repair guys came in. Microphone broke yesterday, but got a new one today. Oh, that sucks, dude. I mean, it's pretty hot over here. It's like in the low 80s or so. It's very humid. We tried to take the dog for a walk today, but he just got really, really hot. So he also has like dark fur. So like, you know, the sun. I mean, the sun doesn't really he doesn't really, you know, absorb the heat. He just kind of has it bounce off of him. Anyways, this is apparently a new randomizer, rather like a new blind bag toy, chat. It is popsicle versions of the Sonic characters. And not only that, they have scents. This one apparently smells like blue raspberry. Still smells like it. I mean, like, it smell... I don't know if blue raspberry is what I would kind of describe it as. I would probably describe it as, like, raspberry cream, maybe? Yeah, raspberry cream, I think is what I'll go with. Rainy while... Dude, raining while it's hot, you may as well be swimming in the atmosphere. I mean, the only reason I'm wearing a robe right now is because, we have it really cold in the house. If you had your own popsicle, GirafaStev, what would the flavor be? I've actually thought about that, multiple times. Because, listen, when I look at him, I know it's gotta have the gumball eyes, first off, right? But not only that, it's gotta be a specific flavor, and I think that the flavor would be either chocolate banana or like orange pineapple. One of the two. Chocolate banana because, well, chocolate covered fruit is awesome.
Would your popsicle be bald or haired?
I feel like it's gotta be haired, right? You know what? Why not both? You know? Why not both? We need to keep up the bald representation here in the Lawn Boy Club.
When they started removing the gumball eyes from the popsicles, that's when we truly lost our way as a nation.
Did they, dude, do they no longer have do they no longer have the gumball eyes? Is that not a thing anymore? Chocolate banana because of the hair and body, but what about the purple? Is it grape? That's a very good point, because back when I thought about chocolate banana, that was before I donned the mask, you know? That was before I donned the mask. So, maybe with that in mind. I don't know. When I think of, like, chocolate banana, throwing grape into the mix is not really a good idea, I feel like. I never ate the gumball eyes. I always threw them away, LMA. Zach, how does it feel being part of the problem? How does it feel being the ruination of our society? I bet it feels great, dude. Peanut butter banana and grape popsicle. I feel like if you manage to keep the flavors separated, then you have something there, right? But like, chocolate peanut, no, like, banana, peanut butter, and grape is a crazy combo, I feel like. Oh, it feels awesome. Dude, you're salting the earth. You're salting the earth as we speak. You're laughing. Little Timmy can't have gumball eyes with his Sonic popsicle, and you're laughing. You're a sick son of a bitch, Zach. I cannot lie. You're the type to go over to fucking kids and tell them that Santa Claus isn't real. I actually am laughing right now. LOL. George and Harold would eat a peanut butter and jelly and bananas. That sounds like some... Wait, hold on. George and Harold... Oh my god! Dude, peanut butter and banana and grape... Oh! Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, I feel like that would be pretty okay. Because, like, you would have a peanut butter and jelly with bananas. Sounds like something George and Harold would eat in Captain Underpants. Is an incredible shout. George and Harold would eat a PB&J with bananas. Like, a banana inside the sandwich or, like, on the side? Because, like, on the side, that's... You know, that's probably, like, a normal thing. You know? But if it's inside the sandwich, that's demented. But that sounds also like it would work, right? So actually, yeah, you know what? The more, the more I talk about it, the more it makes sense to have like a peanut butter and banana jelly sandwich, you know? You think they would bring back the WW ice cream sandwiches, but no, I miss those ice cream sandwiches. Wait, were they sandwiches or were they bars? Or both? Because I remember when he came back in AEW, the very first thing he did was he had, like... his
sense of humor.
Mods banned Zach due to his sense of humor. yeah, like literally, dude, like I thought that they were bars. But, like, when you say that they were sandwiches, that also makes sense in my head. Like, it feels like that's something that happened. That feels like something that happened. But no, listen. It's funny that Dan mentions, like, ice cream bars. Because, like... One thing that I would love to do before I retire from VTubing, some way, somehow, just make it so that there are ice cream bars based on GirafaStev. If I could have no other merch, GirafaStev ice cream bars would be what I would do. You know? That's exactly... what I would do. That would probably be really hard to do, right? But I would love to do it. So, just to make it a reality. Which, funnily enough, chat, I have some old-ass art in here of a GirafaStev ice cream bar. Hold on, let me try and get it real fast. There it is. Give me just a second.
Hello, Mario.
Is that a Chibi Sonic? That's ice cream bar Sonic. Hello there, Patsuti. How you doing? Hold on. Let me pull it up real fast. There you go. There. that right there is like a pre-mask GirafaStev ice cream bar. Literally, it's got the gumball eyes. It's got like little glass part, you know, like little glasses there too. Was the purple and honest to God mask this whole time? Yes, it was. In fact, oh no, Steph is decapitated. Dude, oh no, they killed GirafaStev. Who would have thought? Wait, chat, how many of you thought that my mask was just part of my face and not something I take on and off? Be honest, how many of you thought that it was just a part of my face? Me, obviously. Well, yes, Tom, but Tom, you did. Just sought up another potential flavor combo, a coconut, banana, and raspberry. You have a mask? Yes! Yes, Waffle, yes I do! Clearly I'm not doing a good enough job communicating this. Chat, I have a mask, okay? I mean, obviously not right now, but the other model. Well, because the mask is part of the design, you know? It's part of what makes it unique, you know? The mask is part of what makes it unique. If I didn't have the mask, you wouldn't know I'm a wrestling giraffe man, you know? It's a signifier. It's the fucking FD signifier of this channel, you know? But no, like, that's insane. I did at first, but I eventually figured it was a mask. Chat, I'm not doing a good enough job communicating this. Okay. Alright, well, hold on. Thankfully for you, I have my Vtuber model pulled up. It's not... I don't have my camera for it on right now, but I can at least show you. Alright? Here. Okay. Chat. This is me without my mask. Okay? This is me without the mask. And this is me with it. Okay? Oh my god, this feels cursed! That's why I don't do it! That's why I don't do it! Because it's like when you get glasses and then you walk up to people that you've known for years, right? Like you've known someone without glasses for like 20 years. And then they walk up to you and they look like a totally different person. You know? And like they look like a totally different person, dude. It's like, damn, bro. I didn't know that you were, damn, bro. I don't know you. You say that we went to high school? As if, dude. Logan would never look like such a freak.
The homunculus, will also get his own ice cream bar. Stev, you cannot hold all the glory to yourself. Don't forget who's the name and face of the Long Boy Club. That's right, you look at him.
I mean, like, look, man. Apparently everyone thought that the face of the Long Boy Club was just purple and orange. And that it wasn't, like, a mask, okay? So who's to say what the face of the law... Hold on. So who's to say what the face of the Law Boy Club
Father,
actually
you are
is?
literally Clark Kent but a giraffe.
Who's to say what the face of the Lawn Boy Club actually is? Is it purple and orange? Is it yellow and brown? Is it an eldritch abomination? I don't know, you know? I mean, down in Mexico, you literally are the mask. Well, last I checked, upstate Midwestern fucking United States is not Mexico. Okay? Last I checked. Maybe some seams or something. Some sort of texture. Maybe on my next model update, I'll have them get a texture for it. I thought the purple was just a furry thing because they use non-natural color palette. Nope. Nope. Nope, it's a mask, brother. My god, this feels cursed. I mean... Hold on. Can Zach have his own ice cream bar? Sure, Zach. What flavor of ice cream bar would you be? What flavor of ice cream bar would you be, brother? Lay your big prediction on me. Oh, you're literally Clark Kent, but a giraffe. No one cares who I was until I put on the mask. Dude, that's so true. Like, literally, the moment I put the mask on, everyone knew I was a wrestling man. Or maybe that's a misread on my part. Maybe they just thought that I was a purple-faced giraffe. To be fair, chat, I actually do have seams on this, but maybe they're not so obvious. Because look, hold on. Have you ever noticed, like, the orange bits around the hair? Those are supposed to be, like, little seams, too, right? Or at least, like, little, like, you know, bits of, like, mask art. Again, maybe I'm just not being so... maybe I'm not being overt enough with this. But I will... But that is my mistake. I will work better on that in the future. Apologies. This mistake will not happen again. Anyways, speaking of mistakes, we need to jump to commercial break, chat. I'm sorry. And then we'll get going on tonight's reading.
It's break time.
Rainbow
Where are the cheaters, my dudes?
That's good. Well,
Attention parents
right,
and grandparents of young children. Gerber Life is accepting applications for their affordable grow-up plan. The grow-up plan gives your child $10,000 in whole life insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Free information will be sent to parents and grandparents who call now. Help give your child a head start for just pennies a day. Don't wait. Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-829-8866. Call now.
It's all that cinnamon and sugar that makes those crunchy little squares so irresistible. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, part of this good breakfast. Crave those crazy squares.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pets, the pottery that grows. And now Chia Garfield. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo. He's a Chia pet too. Rocket? Yes, even Shaggy. It's fun. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, and watch it grow.
Chia.
And now there's a bonus gift in every original Chia Pet box. A mini Chia Cuddly or a Chia alarm clock.
Chia.
Chia Pets. Collect them all.
Nom nom. Oh, excuse me, we're back, my dudes.
Hey, welcome back to Raw. Which ad do you mean, Tom? Because there were two of them. there were two separate ads. Were you talking about the one that was playing in picture-in-picture? Because that one is, I don't want to say famous. The Axe body spray. Oh, okay. Well, that was the sweet touch of love, Tom. That right there was the sweet touch of love. Obviously. Everybody knows that. And apparently it makes women want you so much that they will literally eat you. My least favorite part of that whole commercial, and they expect to get it from Axe. I mean, maybe it was a different era. Maybe it was a different era. Because, like, I think that was, like, early 2010s. And I think at that point, Axe body spray was still somewhat kind of, you know, associated with handsome men. But now whenever I think of Axe, it's rightfully probably thought of as, like, you know, way too musky. As the... Yes, chuds, thank you. Thank you, yes. Yes, it is the chud body spray. But you know what isn't a chud? The giraffe. And it's Zoobook. Again, my roommate got me this Zoobook. I now have stream and phone mode while I play the new Lego Batman game. Wait, that's out already? That's out? Nice. Hold on, I want to get some tunes playing here while we read today. You want to listen to some tunes? I could have sworn it came out, like, on Friday. Or was it just kind of like a thing where it's like, oh, well, if you pre-order it, you'll be able to play it, like, a few days early. That thing a lot of games do now. So here's what we're going to do with this, chat. Because, obviously, this book is pretty old, right? So, that means that some stuff may not be up to date anymore. So, in addition to reading this to you all, we're also going to be fact-checking things along the way, too. And by fact-check, I mean we're gonna, like, you know, look it up on Wikipedia. Because, you know, in, like, the 25 years that since this came out, maybe things have been updated, right? So we're gonna see not only what's in this book, but also we're gonna see if it holds up. And before we get into it, I do apologize that, you know, I wasn't really able to get this presenting in the most cohesive way possible. Because a lot, like, of the art and photos that were taken for this book were presented in such a way to where, you know, they connect from, like, the left to the right. This is the Bibble. Don't question the words of the mighty Jimmy? Yes, exactly. You better kneel down and pray to Jimmy. There he is, right here, with me right freaking now, chat. The sacred text goes as such, alright? Giraffes are the tallest of all land animals. Most of their great height comes from their long necks and long legs. Dude, we have long legs too. Like Maria Kanellis, with legs like these. Giraffe necks are so long that the animals can reach high up into trees to feed on leaves. And their legs are so long that they can take huge steps when they walk or run. Strange as it may seem, the origin of the giraffe's name had nothing to do with the animal's size. It was the giraffe's speed that gave it its name. The word giraffe comes from the Arab word zirafa. GirafaStev, dude! Holy shit! Dude, so like it wasn't so like okay. Well now I know where well now I know where, you know, Pokemon and by extension me kind of get the name from. Which means the one that walks very fast. Zirafa means the one that walks very fast. Giraffes live in Africa, but they are only found in certain parts of that continent. You'll usually see giraffes on tree-dotted plains or in open forests where the trees are not too close together. You will almost never see them in deserts or in dense forests. We'll get to giraffe sounds here soon, Zach, don't worry. I did not read everything in this book. So, like, I'm going into this, like, partially blind, right? Giraffes are plant eaters, or herbivores. Their favorite foods are the leaves of trees. And for this reason, they like to live where there are plenty of trees. But giraffes also try to stay away from, places when they're... where they can't see lions coming. And they like to be sure that they can run away when a lion does come. So they stay out of thick forests where the tangled branches might get in their way. Herbivores. You eat guys named Herb? They're the most chicken tasting. Sometimes, giraffes wander a great deal in search of food. Often, they spend only a few minutes eating at one tree before going on to another. Moving from tree to tree, a giraffe can walk hundreds of miles in a few months. Most of the animals that live on the African plains must go to a waterhole or stream every day to drink, but not the giraffes. They get most of the moisture that they need from the green leaves that they eat. In a certain way, this makes the life of a giraffe safer because water holes are risky places. Lions and other predators often wait there to attack animals as they drink. So, the less that a giraffe has... so the less that one has to go for water, the safer it is. Groups of giraffes are called herds. But giraffe herds are different from the herds of most other animals. For one thing, members of a giraffe herd don't have to stay with that herd if they don't want to. They are free to wander off at any time and join another herd. Is this what we would call a polycule icon? The Lawn Boy Club joined their herd today. Okay, but we have special rules over here in the Lawn Boy Club. Alright? When you join our herd, you at least need to tell me, right? Before you go and join another herd. Otherwise, it hurts my feelings. Okay? I get attached very easily, and if I just wake up one day and I see that someone is gone, I'll be very hurt about that. Okay? I'll be hurt, and so will the herd. The herd of hurt, you could say. The Hurt Syndicate, you could call us. I'll be very upset if you just decide to leave, okay? No, like, at least have a conversation with me. I'll do my best to make it better, okay? Please. Herds are usually small, but herd size may depend on the amount of food that's available. If there's more food in a certain area, you might find more giraffes there. At times, the herd may include only 2 giraffes. At other times, more than 50 of them gather together. Do you hurt people? I try not to, Zach. I try my very best not to. I try to do no harm, but I will suffer no fools. Adult male giraffes are called bulls? Adult females are called cows. And a young giraffe of either sex is called a calf. Giraffes can live a long time. The oldest giraffe on record lived to be almost 28 years old. Chad, I'm afraid I'm nearing the grave if that's the case. I've only got 2 more years maximum in me. But hold on. How old? Because this right here is our first fact check, chat.
Finally, my coup shall begin.
You got 2, dude, I got 2 more years, brother. But I'm going to extend that for as much as I can. Hold on. But before we really say that for certain, we need to fact check. How old is the oldest giraffe to ever live? Let's look. Timeless giants. Oh, come on, man. How old is the oldest giraffe? Okay, so this was in March 22nd, 2026. You might be surprised, but the oldest giraffe ever documented in human care lived to about 31 years and 9 months. That's a seriously long life, and honestly, it says a lot about what good care in a safe space can do to these gentle giants. Twigga was her name. She lived for 31 years, 9 months, and 7 days. Okay, so I got maybe like 5 more years left in me, chat. So, homunculus.
I'm sorry, Stev, but due to budget cuts, we'll have to cut some of your creature comforts.
Like what? Listen, man. Listen, man, I need my leaves and my fucking cheese snacks, okay? You can't be taking those away from me. I need my cheese snacks, and I need my pedicures, okay? They help me feel young. They help me feel younger, homunculus. Please. Alright. Moving on. Let's do this. Giraffes from different parts of Africa. They have different color patterns. Because of this, people used to think that there were many different kinds of giraffes. But today, we know that there is only one kind of species of giraffe. Their skins may look different, but under the skin, all giraffes are pretty much the same. Still, the color patterns are useful if you want to know what part of Africa that one comes from. For example, if you see a giraffe with large dark spots that are very close together, it is a reticulated giraffe, and reticulated giraffes are only found in East Africa. See if you can find the reticulated giraffe on the map. Alright, well this might be a little hard, chat, because... Okay, so they said East Africa. Alright, let's see where they're from, chat. They're from right here! And if you see a giraffe with a purple face, please save it. It's suffocating. It ate, dude, it ate way too many Cheetos. It has absolutely no clue what to do with it. Oh my god, look, dude, look at this one. It's got like a star pattern on it. So let's figure out which giraffe I am here. Let's see. Thornycroft's giraffe. I feel like that's closer than the reticulated giraffe. Like, the reticulated giraffe, I think, is the most iconic, but it has, like, almost no space in between the spots. That is such a pretty pattern, chat. Like, I never, like, really talked about it, but I love the reticulated pattern. It's so pretty. It feels like a purposeful piece of art, you know? And then meanwhile, you got this guy right here. The Rothschild's giraffe, looks like. He's got some more space, but the blotches are a little bit more random in nature. Plus, they have, like, little, like, indents in them. And then you got the Nubian giraffe, which has probably the most space in between all the spots. If I were to pick any of these, I'd probably say the Nubian giraffe is what I am. Let's see. The Angolian giraffe? I'm not so sure about that one. Although the splotches on him are especially crazy. Sounds like the Rothschild. Sounds like they control all giraffe media. They're the ones pricing the giraffes out of the more, nurturing parts of the African safari. Oh god, we got crazy ones here, chat. Take a look at this. Giraffes use the tassels on their tails to swish flies and other insects off their bodies. Each hair on the tassel is 10 to 20 times thicker than a hair on your head. I mean, I'm bald in real life, so, you know. But, listen, when I decide to have hair, I know all about that, dude. My skin is impeccably kept, okay? It's as smooth as a baby's bottom. No cuts, no scrapes, no insect bites. I'm perfectly clean, brother. Not only that, but my neck is massive. It allows you to do this. The neck of a large giraffe can be 6.5 feet long. I mean, like, I'm nearly 10 times that length, so, you know, get on my level. And its tail can be even longer? Up to 6 feet and 8 inches. When you include the 3-foot tassel of hair on the end. Okay, well, that part... I mean, that part is normal. Yes, that part is very normal. But chat, you think that's big? Well, how about this? Everything about a giraffe is big. Adult male giraffes are usually about 17 feet tall, or 5.3 meters. And they can weigh as much as 3,000 pounds. I'm a heavy motherfucker, brother. The largest male on record was over 19 feet tall. Well, clearly they haven't met me, dude. How about this? How tall is the tallest giraffe? Let's fact check that, brother. How tall is the tallest giraffe? I'll fact check that, brother. Forrest, the tallest giraffe. So this is from the Guinness Book of World Records. As of 2024, okay? So hold on, let's go ahead and fact check. All right, let's see what Zoobooks says right here. He's fat! He's fat! Dude, we're fat fuckers. We're big. No, you know what? We're not fat. We're festively plump. Over 19 feet tall. Which tells me that it is between 19 and 20 feet. Right? Because you don't say over 19 feet and then he's like 21 feet, right? No. He is between 19 and 20 feet, right? So, with that in mind, let's see what the Guinness Book of World Records has to say. Okay, let's see. Meet Forrest, a very special giraffe. A happy resident of the Australia Zoo in Queensland. This majestic animal has been confirmed as the world's tallest giraffe, standing at a whopping 18 feet and 8 inches. Well, Zoobooks says that the tallest one is over 19 feet tall, right? Or 5.9 meters. Meanwhile, the Guinness Book of World Records says it is 18 feet and 8 inches, or 5.7 meters. So clearly someone's lying here, chat. Clearly someone's lying. I think someone needs to get on it, honestly. Okay, well, how about this? Which giraffe is the one that is 19 feet tall? Wait, hold on. Okay, well, I found another source here, chat. I found another source. This right here is from A to Z Animals. Okay? So hold on. The tallest giraffe ever recorded. His name was George. Beefy. George was the tallest giraffe ever recorded, chat. He was a member of the Maasai bull giraffe species and still holds the title for being one of the tallest giraffes ever documented. At full height, he stood at a staggering 20 feet tall. Okay, hold on. So we got 3 records here. We got 18 feet and 8 inches. We have over 19 feet, and we have
GirafaStev, the tallest boy in the Long Boy Club. God, I miss
him. George. His name is Giraffe George. We carry on his legacy, dude. We pay respect, dude. Dude, we fucking like stand for the flag and kneel for the boy. Okay, this boy, to be specific. God bless him. God, I miss him. Hold on. I need to figure this out. Exceed 18 feet. Okay, so someone's lying here, I feel like. Well, when were those 2 articles posted? I mean, Zoobooks was, like, probably put out in, like, you know, the 90s and 2000s. So again, one of them is lying, because Zoobooks says it's bigger than the Guinness Book of World Records, which has the shortest record here. Now, Forrest, a very special giraffe, that's his full legal name, was inducted in the Guinness Book of World Records in 2024 at a height of 18 feet and 8 inches, right? So that's Forrest, right? And then you have Zoobook giraffe. First name Zoo, middle name Book, last name Giraffe, at over 19 feet, right? He was over 19 feet. And then you have A to Z Animals right here, right? With George, goddamn George, staggering at over 20 feet, or like at 20 feet, or maybe over that, right? And apparently he had a cheeky personality. Okay? I think what's pretty cheeky is these conflicting reports. All right? Hold on. George came to Chester Zoo in the United Kingdom when he was only 18 months old from Kenya on the 8th of August, 1959. So like this article was posted in 2022. Updated in March 4th, 2025. Okay? So I guess as of 2025, the longest giraffe ever recorded was 20 feet tall. But that's only because they haven't met me, because I'm 50 feet tall. Okay? And yet, will the Guinness Book of World Records talk to me? No. No, they won't. Because, you know, according to them, I don't have any empirical evidence to give them. Because I only exist within the computer. Well, listen, in my mind, George only exists in photos, and so does Forrest. Can you prove that George existed? No. That could have been any giraffe right there. So really, I think there's a double standard at play. And I deserve my place in the book. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, here. Let's fucking check this out here now. continuing on with our zoo book.
Don't forget Guinness basically lets you make your own award in whatever category. You can say to the tallest digital giraffe, Father, when are we going to get to the part of the book where Giraffe Jesus feeds the crowd by turning 3 loaves of bread into a party-sized bag of Cheetos?
Dude, he's capable of that and much more. Bow down to our Lord and Savior, Girafa's crust. Bow down to our Lord and Savior, who gave the Sermon on the fucking Mount. Girafa's crust. For you have standards. Don't forget Guinness basically lets you make your own award in whatever category. You could say you're the tallest digital giraffe. Dude, during one of our freaking pre-shows, we need to fill out an application to them, okay? Anyways. The heart of an adult giraffe can be over 2 feet long. It can pump 20 gallons of blood every minute, and giraffes have 4 stomachs, and a large male probably eats about 75 pounds of food a day. So that's why my, old wrestling shirts don't fit me anymore. Unrelated chat, but I hate how my nipples poke right through my soccer jersey. It makes me insecure. When a giraffe drinks, it can take in 10 gallons of water at one time. Females are smaller than males, but still very large. An average female is over 14 feet tall, and the largest female on record was almost 17 feet tall. Okay, well, we gotta go back to fact checking. Hold on. How tall is the tallest female giraffe? Let's look at that. How tall are giraffes? SaveGiraffesNow.org. Okay. Very well, females can grow to 14 to 15 feet. Hold on. 14 to 15 feet. Please, Zoobooks, don't lie to us. We're fucking sure, brother. Hold on. Newborn calves stand around 6 feet or 1.8 meters tall at birth. Height varies slightly by species. Okay, so this isn't really giving me, like, you know, much to go off of data-wise. So maybe we need to find... Wait, how tall is a giraffe? The zoologist. How tall are female giraffes? I'm not finding one... Yeah, I'm not finding one that's... you know, that's, like, specific. Good God, their human height at birth! I know! Don't forget to use quotations. Like, female giraffe in the search. Oh, okay, cool. It's the tallest female giraffe. How tall are female giraffes? I'm not finding anything, chat. I'm only finding things where it's like between 14 and 16 feet. So you know what? I'm gonna give Zoobooks that much. I will give it that and say, you know what? That holds up. Good job, brother. Good job. Alright. When most animals run, their rear legs do most of the pushing. But giraffes are different. When they run, the front legs do most of the pushing. This is one reason why they have such large muscles in their shoulder. Dude! We're built! Look at the size of these hammocks right here, chat. We be getting that, and of course y'all skip leg day. I mean, dude, we're like incredibly fast, if this book is anything to go by. You don't need leg muscles when you're already fast as fuck, boy. I have to imagine that these shoulder muscles are doing most of the work in propping us up, right? But damn, dude, we're fucking built. Yeah, we're built like a brick shithouse over here. Question, chat. Question, chat. How many bones are there in a giraffe's neck? 135, 72, 25, or 7? How many, chat? I already know the answer, but do you? Of course, y'all skip leg days. Crazy work. The answer is 7, chat. It's 7. Answer. A giraffe has the same number of neck bones that you do. Only 7. But each of the giraffe's bones can be over 10 inches high. B? No, Zach, you're wrong. It's 7. Can you read this text over here, or is it, like, too small? Do you want me to zoom in a little bit, chat, or no? Giraffes have such big bodies that their heads may look small. But a giraffe's head can really be huge, as much as 2 feet long, or 61 centimeters. If you went out for a walk with a giraffe, you'd have to run as fast as you can just to keep up. A walking giraffe takes strides that are 15 feet long. B7, miss. A3. Every time a giraffe raises its head, chat, it has to lift 550 pounds. That's the combined weight of the head and neck on an average male giraffe. Dude, again, we're brick shithouses. We're so developed, dude. Giraffes have a way of... Giraffes have a way of walking that is different from most other four-footed animals. As they walk, they swing both legs on each side of the body, forward at the same time, both right legs, and then both left legs. This is necessary because they have short bodies and such long legs. If they didn't walk as they do, their rear feet would be stepping on their front feet all the time. Chat, walking to the fridge is hell for me. I don't know how I'm supposed to line myself up with the fridge when I'm constantly either A, stepping really far away from it, or B, continuously stepping on my toes. You know, being so freakishly huge, it has its upsides, but it also has its downsides. You have a long-ass neck, start bending it. I personally hope, speaking of the neck, I personally hope that in this book, we get to a part where they talk about how, like, giraffes fight for mating rights, and where we just use our giant-ass necks as weapons. The neck of a giraffe is long enough to reach high into the trees, but it isn't quite long enough to reach down to the ground. When a giraffe wants to drink, it is forced to bend its knees or spread its front legs wide apart, as the giraffe here is doing. A recreation of the crane fight in the Tintin movie. Dude, the Tintin movie? That's an incredible shout. Wow. Now, chat. I can relate heavy to my my brethren right here, because the life of a giraffe is quiet most of the time. In general, this is because giraffes mind their own business. They don't bother other animals as a rule. And adult giraffes are so big that other animals don't often dare to bother them. Chat, I don't know if this book is going to mention it, so I'm just going to go ahead and mention it for you right now. Have you ever seen a giraffe, like, try and defend itself from, like, other animals? It's insane. They literally have such long limbs. Like this shit right here, we just kick other animals in the face, right? like if a lion or some other big cat predator tries to come up on us, we just kick him in the jaw. You know? Giraffe versus kangaroos. Who would win in a kickboxing fight? I mean, personally, like, okay, so I feel like it would be kind of a toss-up because the kangaroo could probably win if it goes for the legs first, right? But we would win with probably just one shot to the dome, right? Whereas with the kangaroo, I feel like you would need to like go after all four legs, you know? Because like the part that actually counts in a kickboxing match, or at least the part that counts in terms of like staying lucid for it, your head is all the way up here, you know? And a kangaroo can't reach that, you know? So really it has to go for the legs. And personally, I just think that we have too much girth down here. We have too much calcium to be able to lose so easy. Oh, wait. Oh my god, it mentions it like in the next paragraph. Lions and a few other predators do attack baby giraffes, and once in a while, a group of hunting lions may go after an adult giraffe. At such times, the normally peaceful giraffe can become a fierce fighter, kicking savagely with its huge feet. Mother giraffes defending their babies have been known to kick the heads of lions right off? Oh my god, dude. Okay, well, you know what? No. That kangaroo doesn't stand a chance, dude. That kangaroo doesn't stand a chance. Because we're just gonna fucking decapitate them. Okay? Because we're just gonna freaking decapitate them. They don't stand a chance. By the time they're done with the first leg, they're already like running around without their heads. That's insane. Don't wait, don't delay, don't fuck with us or we'll kick your nuts off. Given a choice, however, a giraffe would rather walk or run away from trouble. It is remarkable that one of the largest and strongest animals on Earth is one of the most peaceful. Kick your nuts off? Oh god, dude. Straight up nutcracker. Dude, you want to talk about the bone cracker? I'm pretty sure that the giraffes were the first ever bone crackers. Like evolutionary, like speaking from like an evolutionary standpoint, there is no stronger animal there. You're the nutcracker, you're the nutcracker, you're the come from behind, you're the nut attacker. You're the nutcracker, you're the nutcracker. Dude, I am, dude. The pattern of spots on every giraffe is unique because from the patterns on all other giraffes. Oh, is unique and different. Oh wait, hold on, I didn't scan all this properly. Give me a second. For this reason, scientists are able to use the spot patterns on giraffe necks to tell one giraffe from another. And you can do it too. Look closely at the spots on the giraffe neck at left, and then try to find the same pattern on one of the giraffes in the picture above. Hint, use the 3 darker spots at the top of the giraffe as a guide. Oh boy, chat, I need to be able to, like, tell which one is which here. Darker spots at the top of the neck is a guide. Let's see here. Hold on. The pattern of spots on every giraffe is unique and different from the patterns on all other giraffes. For this reason, scientists are able to use the spot patterns on giraffe necks to tell one giraffe from another. And you can do it too. Look closely at the spots on the giraffe neck at left, and then try to find the same pattern on one of the giraffes in the picture above. Hint, use the 3 darker spots at the top of the neck as a guide. The 3 darker spots. These ones? Hold on. I think I found it on this one, chat. Hold on. I need to be able to capture the cursor here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one right here, chat. Oh, let's zoom in. Computer enhance. Computer enhance the long boy. Because, like, I was looking for this spot right here, chat. Like this one. This really dark one right here. But I think I'm supposed to find these guys right there. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Right? I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's that one, actually. Right. When baby giraffes are born, it is usually bigger than many fully grown men and women. It may stand over 6 feet tall, 2 meters, and weigh 150 pounds, 68 kilograms. During the first week of its life, the baby can grow more than 1 inch a day, and by the time it is 1 year old, it'll be almost 10 feet tall, or 3 meters. Usually only 1 giraffe is born at a time. Twins are very rare. I mean, I am an only child, so, so, you know, I can fucking, you know, identify with that heavy. I unfortunately did not have a biological giraffe brother, chat. I only had a stepbrother, so. Within an hour after it's born, a baby giraffe is able to stand up and take milk from its mother. For the first year of its life, it may not drink water. Often, it gets all the moisture it needs from milk and the green plants that it eats. Dude, this is like Marina Shafir maxing. Wow. The footprints of giraffes... Wait, what was that? The footprints of giraffes are larger than dinner plates. On an adult male, each foot can be 12 inches long by 9 inches wide, 30 centimeters by 23 centimeters. Dude, we got the big-ass hobbit feet. Look at us. Fucking taking the ring to Mordor and all that. Right, many people think that giraffes don't have voices and can't make sounds like other animals do. But this isn't true. When they are in the mood, giraffes can moo like a cow, bleat like a calf, and bellow like a bull. They can grunt, snort, cough, whistle, and growl. And when they sleep, they sometimes snore. But giraffes are only rarely in the mood to make sounds. They are just quiet by nature. Mr., Mrs., or, you know, whatever pronoun you go by, Zoobook. Can you tell me if it makes this noise in real life? Because I've had that sound for 4 years now, and I'm still a bit unclear on that. I'm still somewhat unclear on whether or not that's real, or if I'm being gaslit. Could you please clarify that for me, please and thank you? I like the idea that giraffes just make a bunch of mouth noises, though. Again, I can relate. I make a lot of, like, involuntary mouth noises around you guys. I'm pretty sure you know that by now. Okay. The long legs of a giraffe make them good runners, and they make it easy for giraffes to get over walls and fences, too. A large giraffe can easily step over a fence 6 feet high and then run away at a speed of 35 miles per hour. Don't we all make mouth noises? Well, yeah, but... well, yeah, but we make the most mouth noises. You know, when we feel like it. Dude, we're fast as fuck, boy. No wonder I like Sonic the Hedgehog so much. I never noticed how fast I can go. You know, that right there begs the question, though. Because only recently, giraffes have been added in Sonic, right? Why did it take Sega so long to make them? I'll tell you why. It's because Sonic felt intimidated. Sonic the Hedgehog giraffe. In fact, here, I'm gonna friggin' show you all. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, the very first one appeared in the Archie comics. Oh, wait. Wait, no. Sorry, I meant, like, the IDW comics. But no. Excuse me. I was wrong. I just learned about Spotlong from the Sonic Archie books. And chat. You want to talk about someone that's just purple in the face? Check this out. Ow. This right here is Spotlong, chat. And he's literally purple in the face. This right here is what y'all thought I was until like an hour ago. Until like just the last hour, you all thought this was me. The man's suffocating, help him. I'm afraid I'm a little rusty on my CPR, dude. And even then, what would CPR on a giraffe look like? I feel like, you know, by the time that you got like oxygen down to him, he'd already be dead. You know? But you know, now that you mention it, your legs would crush him. I'm not sure about that, dude. I mean, you saw the muscles that we had on us, you know? You saw the mollusks that we had, right? These shoulder muscles are what you're dealing with, you know? Plus, we're like built like all around our chest area. I feel like if anything can handle our supreme might, it should be another giraffe, right? It should be another giraffe, correct? or maybe it's just like all liquid and we just like squish each other. In Africa, giraffes are often seen with little birds on their back. These are called tick birds because they eat ticks and other insects that may attach themselves to a giraffe's skin. This is good for the birds because they get fed. And it's good for the giraffes too.
It's almost time for a 3-minute Cheetos break, my dudes.
So like, not only do we have pristine skin, but also we have birds that help us keep ticks away. Yes, exactly. We love a good symbiotic relationship. You know, it's a good thing I don't really notice the birds on there. Speaking of which, does anybody else feel itchy, like, in their neck area? because I'm feeling it, too. But nothing's ever there, shockingly. Do not start lighthearted. I feel fine. Feels like there are little feet back there. It's probably nothing. Anyways. Let's go ahead and let's run the ad chat. I feel fine. Oh, well, that probably makes one of us then, I guess.
It's break time. Where are the Cheetos, my dudes?
Bacon? Gotta get that bacon! Yummy, crunchy bacon, bacon, bacon! There in that bag!
Who wants a bacon strip?
Me, I'd get it myself, but I don't have thumbs! Yum, 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 it's bacon! I love you.
Bacon strips. There's no time like bacon time.
Introducing Taco Bell's new Ultimate Chalupa. Layer on layer of carne asada steak, guacamole, sour cream, and fiesta salsa surrounded by a
I'm very
easily
influenced, chat. I want a taco now.
Think outside the bun.
Tires and Jack in the Box present the Metro PCS Monster Jam. Presented by Advanced Auto Parts and Ford Trucks. Jigs and store value seats are still
Monster Jam? Wait, was that like a unicorn truck?
World champion Grave Digger. And for the first time,
Grave Digger.
World champ Tom Mintz driving maximum destruction. Plus, stop by Jack in the Box to pick up your fan 4-pack voucher.
I've never been to Jack in the Box, chat.
Monster Jam.
But I'd probably go if I was going to Monster Jam.
Hi, Billy Mays here for Mighty Putty. The easy way to fix, fill, and seal.
Stev, I just found that Fleetway Sonic the Comic did have their own giraffe character. His name was Mr. Gamma.
That you can mold to any shape and apply directly to most any
Mr. Gamma.
For an
Sonic
everlasting bond.
Fleetway.
Ordinary epoxies are a mixing mess. With Mighty Putty, you just cut like dough, simply need to activate, apply, and let dry. It has the muscle to support up to 350 pounds. Rebuild the damaged tool to
This
work
man looks
like new.
crazy.
Make car repairs and save money. Drills, bolts,
Hold
and
on.
screws can ruin your project. With Mighty Putty, you just cut, activate, and apply. Here's something you can't do with glue. Mighty Putty seals leaks instantly. Use it on pipes and faucets for a permanent seal. As you need, it activates, turning from green to white to show it's ready to hold on tight. It has the strength to pull this fully loaded 80,000-pound tractor trailer. Now that's the power of Mighty Putty. Whether it's tile to wood, metal to glass, any job, big or small, Mighty Putty repairs them all. Fill cracks in ceilings, walls, and floors. Mold it to furniture, sand and paint for a seamless repair. And it's ideal for all your crafting projects. There's nothing you can't do with Mighty Putty. Call now and we'll send you 2 powerful sticks of Mighty Putty for only $19.99. But through this exclusive TV offer, we'll double
I kind of feel like
it.
applying Mighty Putty to something you just need to repaint is not very
But I'm not done yet.
well advised.
Call right now and I'll triple the offer and send you 6 sticks of Mighty Putty for the same low price of $19.99. Order now.
Alright, chat. Hold on.
Nom nom. Oh, excuse me, we're back, my dudes.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Raw. This is Mr. Gamma from the Sonic Fleetway comics, and he looks like... he looks like that he would be like the mascot for like a local radio station. Because in my area, we have like a station that's for like classic hits, right? Finally, I've been free from picture-in-picture prison. In my neck of the woods, we have... When you said something about having an itchy neck, my neck started to itch, elevate. Okay, so it's not me. Okay, good. You might want to check for birds, Infinite. Anyways, this right here's Mr. Gamma, and he looks like that he would be the mascot for like a local classic hits radio station. I say that because literally we have like a cartoon monkey that is the mascot for a classic hits station in my area. I don't know if it's still the mascot because, like, you know, I saw commercials with that monkey, like, you know, nearly 20 years ago. But last I checked, that monkey was still there, okay? This man is about to tell you that Journey is the greatest band of all time. Anyways. Giraffes are like walking lookout towers. Their eyes are so far above the ground that they can usually see what's coming long before any of the other animals see it. In Africa, when a whole group of giraffes turns to stare in one direction, it may be lions they see coming, but in the zoo, as above, it usually means that they see a keeper coming with food. Oh, that's cute. Well, speaking of Journey, chat, I kind of wanted to go back to something here. Hold on, where is the... Okay, yeah. Right, groups of giraffes are called herds. Did you also know What is a group of giraffes called? Did you know that they're also called... Hold on. Did you know that they're also called towers? Towers of giraffes. It's very obvious why this animal is more frequently referred to as a tower than other names. Simply said, it's a suitable moniker for the tallest mammal in the world. Hold on. I could have sworn that I saw it as, like, towers at one point. Okay, cool. A group of giraffes is called a tower. Or is it a herd? Perhaps it's a journey of giraffes. Dude, they're losing ground and they're reaching for you. Mr. Stev, a plane has hit the second giraffe. They hit the fucking pentagon. They hit the fucking kaleidoscope, Lyle. If you ask the question, what is a group of giraffes called, you might get a different answer every time. Well, that right there's my answer. I enjoy Journey of Giraffes the most, honestly. We're losing ground, we're reaching for you. You. Honestly, I love that. Anyways, moving on. I need to find the Zoobook PDF chat. Alright, there we go. Give me a second here. Cool. Mr. 7 plane has hit the Pentagon. So chat, you know how there's a cool tiger poster with Zoobooks? There's also a cool giraffe poster right here. Because in the book, these two pages are conjoined together to form like a landscape, right? Now you would think that's cool. You would think that I would take that out, right? But there are two problems, right? There are two problems with that. One, there is information on the back of both of these pages, right? So if I were to take these pictures out, I would be removing parts of the book. Two, even if they didn't have information on the back, they are conjoined together by staples. So that would mean that if I were to take them out, I would need to remove the staples, thus leaving holes in the picture, right? Like, personally, I don't think that's very cool of them. Like, they talk about the cool tiger poster. This is not the cool giraffe poster because I need to basically ruin the poster in order to remove it from its containment chamber. That's not cool. That's very unflattering, one would say. All right, here we go. It's like the AVGN Nintendo Power video. Exactly. Like, all these magazines or books come with, you know, what are supposed to be posters. But you know what happens every time? Stuff like this. You know? They're stapled together and you need to, like, try not to rip it on the way out. But also, a third thing, you know, I wouldn't want to rip it out anyways. This right here's a collector's piece for me, you know? Right, chat, this right here is where I relate heavily with giraffes. Giraffes like to eat. In fact, they spend many hours a day feeding. Usually, they start eating early in the morning, during the hottest parts of the day. During the hottest parts of the day, they rest. And then they may go on eating until late at night. They don't chew their food much before they swallow it. Instead, they chew it when they are resting in a safe space. At such a time, they bring small amounts of food back up the throat into their mouth, chew it completely, and then swallow it again. This is called chewing cud, or ruminating. Dude, who's up chewing their cud tonight? Because I am, all the time. Dude, that's crazy. How likely is it for a giraffe to choke on its own cud? Giraffes are browsers. So they can sponsor my Twitch stream, then, is what you're saying. This means they eat leaves and buds from trees and bushes, and do not usually eat grass. Their favorite food is acacia leaves. These plants have big thorns, but the giraffes are able to avoid the thorns as they eat. Chat, I cannot believe that we're over here chewing our cud at nearly 9 o'clock at night. Just in front of everybody. Like, look at him. He's over there chewing his cud in front of the antelope and the zebra. You know? Like, dude, that's fucking crazy that you just feel that comfortable chewing your cud in front of them. I mean, at least, like, do it, like, you know, in a shaded area where no one can see it. Like, no one wants to see you chewing your cud, dude. In many parts of Africa, the trees have been shaped by giraffes. They eat all the leaves up to a certain height, and this makes... and then makes the tree look flatter on top. Oh, dude, that's insane! That's fucking nuts, dude. In nature, animals that live in the same area don't usually eat the same kinds of food. Some animals, like zebras, eat grass that is close to the ground. Others, like Gurenuks, eat leaves on low bushes. And giraffes, of course, eat leaves high up in the trees. In this way, the animals don't compete directly for food, and there is usually enough for all. You know what? That's fucking base, dude. That right there is a true freaking LGBTQ plus icon in the animal kingdom. They understand that there's enough food and acceptance to go around, you know? It don't matter if you're one color, if you're striped, or reticulated. There's enough for everyone, you know? And that's why we love them. Oh my god, dude, here we are with the freakiest part of me. A giraffe's tongue can be incredibly long, up to 22 inches, or 56 centimeters. When feeding, giraffes strip leaves off branches with their tongues. The end of the tongue is dark, and this may be to protect it from the hot sun. Dude, imagine being licked by a giraffe. I have. It was very weird. It was very, very strange. Chat, if a giraffe had OnlyFans, it wouldn't be doing it with the feet. He'd be doing it with the tongue. Alright? The tongue is for the freaks out there. The horns on a giraffe aren't really horns at all. They are bony lumps on the skull, covered with skin and hair. The scientific name for them is ossicones. Giraffes often have more than 2 ossicones. Some males have as many as 5. You mean you don't like being licked by your own kind? Listen, all I'm saying is that I enjoy my personal space, okay? I enjoy my personal space not having my cousin's saliva all over it, okay? That's icky. That's icky. I know that he's got cooties, brother. And I know what cooties do to you. So I'm not taking it, okay? He can fucking keep those cooties to himself. One easy way to tell a male giraffe from a female giraffe is to look at his horns. Males have larger horns than females, and because they use their horns to fight, the hair is usually rubbed off the ends of the male's horns. Females and young males have hair on top of their horns. Well, that's adorable. That's so cute. So wait, hold on. We use our horns to fight, but also our necks to fight, chat. Our entire head is a weapon. It's just like Tom Morello said, you don't need a weapon when you were born one. You don't need a weapon when you were born one. Both male and female giraffes have horns, but only the males seem to have any use for them. Sometimes two males will have a contest to see which of them is stronger or dominant. They stand side by side and hit each other with their horns. They hammer each other until they hammer each other until one of them has had enough or walks or runs away. Most of the time, nobody gets hurt. Dude. We're built different. I'm telling you, man. You're telling, hold on. Giraffe fight. You're telling me, right? You're telling me hold on. Oh my god, dude. This right here is like a Western standoff. Come on. Come on, give me some fighting, dude. There we go. You're telling me, chat, this doesn't hurt. This right here. I guess they're making contact with mostly their horns. Dude, this right here is like culturally acceptable slap fighting. Look at this. Like, you can see like the dust coming off of him, dude. Look at this shot right here. I've been discombobulated. He had me discombobulated. Dude, like this is like this is an insane shit to do, you know? But the idea that no one is harmed in this is crazy to me. We got those titanium fucking muscles, you know? Wait, hold on. My god, dude, they're going for the back. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off the music here so we can hear this. Chat, look at them go. Look at this. Nice ass. Nice ass, bro. Dude, that right there's just bros being bro. Oh my god! On the leg! Nice ass, bro. That right there is just homies being homies, dude. Listen, man. When your boy has that ass, you gotta commentate on it. I like your cut, G. I like your cut, G. Dude, he loves that ass, dude. He's giving all the compliments to his guy. What? No. Wait. Is he going down? Oh, wait, no. He's fine. He's fine. He's okay. Dude, after that, I would be drooling too. What? The defeated male molds. The defeated male walks away. It's like in slow motion too, dude. Wait, no! He's not done! He's not done! Wait, he's fallen. Oh. Oh. Dude, the chat. He just like dealt a killing blow here. Look at this again.
Mais il esquive le coup et frappe son rival au ventre.
Look at this again. They framed this like he died. Hold on. Most of the time, nobody gets hurt. Alright, well this right here must have been the exception, because holy shit. This right here must have been the exception to that. That man is dead. Dude, this music is so, like, suspenseful.
Victoire par chaos.
Victoire. Like, this music and this framing makes it look like he died. No, I'm sorry. These welts on his head, those are not just natural, right? That man has sustained head damage. He has head damage of yellow or greater after that, okay? He has at least yellow head damage, you know? I refuse to believe that that did not hurt anybody. That was wild. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh boy, I'm getting French YouTube now. Alright, moving on. For months after they are born, young giraffes may not go out into open country to feed with the rest of the herd. Their mothers often leave them in a kind of giraffe kindergarten, where a group of little ones is usually cared for by a single female giraffe. That's so cute, chat! I mean, I feel like I remember giraffe kindergarten, though. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think that my giraffe kindergarten was a lot like that one fight we just saw, so, maybe I don't remember it as much as I think I do. Okay. The only living relative of the giraffe is the okapi. At first glance, this beautiful animal doesn't look much like a giraffe. It is less than half as tall as a giraffe, and has a much shorter neck. But scientists tell us that the okapi looks a lot like ancient relatives of the giraffe that are no longer alive. In the past, these ancient giraffe relatives lived in many parts of Africa, Europe, and Asia. Some of them were much larger than the okapi, and some were much smaller. At one time or another, many types of giraffe-like animals have lived on Earth, but only the giraffe and the okapi are left. Wow, dude, we're survivors, you know? I'm a survivor. We're a dying breed. Earliest known giraffid. Dude. This is insane. Wow. Man. Okay, well, why don't I see any earliest known giraffid OCs? or African civetarium, I should say, or staghorn giraffid, or Asiatic civetarium, OCs. Like, this feels like a gold mine of untapped potential, chat, and we're just not making them. The European civetare, chat. Like, why are we not capitalizing on this? The home of the okapi in Central Africa was one of the last places to be reached by European explorers, and this is why the okapi was the last big land animal discovered on Earth. I mean, that's probably still true. For years before it was actually found, native Africans had been telling explorers about a large, striped animal that lived in the dense Congo forest, but no real evidence of the animal's existence was found until 1901. In that year, an English explorer named Sir Harry Johnston saw a native soldier wearing a striped bandolier or shoulder strap. Sir Harry bought the bandolier and started trying to find out where it came from. Soon he was able to locate some complete skins and 2 skulls, and the horns on the skulls made it clear that the mystery animal was a relative of the giraffe. Oh wow, okay. The native name for the animal was okapi, and this became the scientific name. Several years later, after much searching, a living okapi was finally captured. So, like, the okapi started as like a local legend or like a mythic of some kind. Okapi, the very first real-life cryptid. Dude, that's insane. The okapi and the giraffe, along with all of their ancient relatives, are called giraffids. The earliest known giraffid lived in North Africa about 15 million years ago. Many of the ancient giraffids had much larger horns than a giraffe or an okapi. The last of the ancient giraffids to die out was probably the Civetarium. The Civetarium, shown below. Some scientists believe that this animal did not become extinct until 5,000 years ago. A sculpture created at the time in a rock, shown at right, seems to show a Severium, or a Civetarium, I should say. Wow. Dude, that's insane. Dude, you know what? That kid in, like, the Zoobooks commercial, he was right. Zoobooks are cool, dude. Although the okapi is related to the giraffe, it is different in many ways. It lives in the forest, for instance, and usually lives alone. Except for mothers with babies. Females are larger than males, and only young okapi have manes. Instead of spots, an okapi has a dark coat with zebra-like stripes on its legs. This color and pattern help to hide the animal in the dark forest. Oh boy. Alright, chat, now we're getting into some real culture. Do you see this? Chat, I think we're about to become gods. I think I'm about to become a god. But before we get into my godlike powers, we need to run an ad. Give me just a second.
It's break time. Where are the Cheetos, my dude?
My name is God. Oh boy. I was really hoping we would get this one tonight.
Looks like you could use one of these. You can get into the action with one of these handheld Sonic games in every McDonald's Happy Meal. I'm loving it.
America's #1 selling DVD is being hailed by critics as one of the best DVDs ever.
Prepare yourself to enter a world you have only imagined.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, now available on Disney DVD.
Hey guys, what sounds good? I want pig cuisine! Whoa!
You can brush up on fun with my Kid Cuisine Cheese Pizza Painter Meal. Use the special pizza sauce packet to paint your own masterpiece.
Like this?
You Van Gogh, girl.
Well, what about mine?
A pizza's worth 1,000 words, and the peaches and pudding keep the party going. Clean up in the freezer aisle. Mealtime is fun time with Kid Cuisine.
You say good morning, I say good night. Such a wonderful day when the sunlight came.
Now you can use your finger to keep Kirby on the right path and out of trouble. Kirby Canvas Curse for Nintendo DS. Rated E for everyone.
New sprinklers, candy-coated ice cream.
Fetch, Duke.
Nice throw, doofus.
Popsicle Zone. Ho-ho!
आओ चलकर हैप्पी मील खाए और मैकडॉनल्ड से सेगा गिव्स लाए टेल सॉकर सोनिक स्केटबोर्ड रोप एंड एमी टेनिस ग्रीन पफ फ्लावर कैच शेडो बास्केटबॉल नकल्स बेसबॉल जी भरकर फिर खेलें, खूब हल्ला गुल्ला मचाएं और दोस्तों को भी बतलाएं। चलो चलकर हैप्पी मील खाएं। चलो चले मैकडॉनल्ड से सेगा गेम्स लाएं। I'm loving it.
Om nom nom. Oh, excuse me, we're back, my dudes.
Sorry, Chad, I was getting a snack. Hold on. Welcome back to Raw. Alright, cool. Now, I need to introduce you all to my faction here. Because apparently, I just found out that I'm fucking immortal. Because, listen, chat, people have always admired giraffes. You might say that we humans have always looked up to giraffes, but because they are so much taller than we are. Like whales and elephants and dinosaurs, their sheer size fills us with wonder and respect. Dude, I'm filled with respect anytime I see my brethren. Chat, does my presence fill you with wonder and respect? That's of course a rhetorical question, of course it does. More than that, the odd shape and gentleness of these giants have excited our curiosity. Long ago, people began trying to explain why we look the way we do. One very old African story said that God made the giraffe after finishing the camel and the leopard. Respect me. One's up, brother. One's fucking up. One's up for your long boy chief. There were some parts left over from the camel and the leopard, so God decided to make an animal that was as big as a camel, with spots like a leopard. The ancient Romans believed a similar story and called the giraffe a camel leopard. From this, the giraffe got one of its scientific names, Camelopardalis. Yeah, Camelopardalis. So according to some ancient cultures, the only reason we exist is because God one day looked at what he had left over and said, you know what would be funny? if I just made a freak of an animal. Well, joke's on him, because look at this. They respect me. Alright? Take that, Mr. Almighty. I won the game after all. Until recently, giraffes were rarely seen outside of Africa. In Europe and Asia, they were so rare and valuable that kings gave them to other kings as gifts. Dude, this rivals the dude, I know, right? The picture above shows a giraffe that was given to the Emperor of China by the Emperor of India more than 500 years ago. Dude. Dude, we're so majestic that we're literally like royal offerings, you know? Dude, we're worth more than money itself. That's crazy. As long as there have been zoos, giraffes have been popular zoo animals. The first zoo in the world was created 3,500 years ago by Queen Hatshepsut of Egypt. A giraffe was brought 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometers down the Nile River for the Queen's Zoo. I mean, that's no lie, dude. We have a zoo over in my area, and giraffes are like probably the most popular animal there. So popular, in fact, that there's like a balcony where you can go on and you can pet the giraffe. Like they'll stick their head out into the balcony and you'll be able to pet them, right? And I'm pretty sure you can feed them too. Although it's been a while since I've been to the zoo, they might have taken that away. But you can pet them. And I can tell you firsthand, our heads are massive, okay? And give them cracker, yes, or some sort of equivalent of crackers, something that's safe for them to eat, basically. And they'll pop their heads in, and let me tell you, our heads are bigger than some human chests, right? We store so much friggin' knowledge up here, dude. The grace and beauty of giraffes have thrilled people for a very long time. More than 10,000 years ago, more than 10,000 years ago, an unknown artist painted this scene on the wall of a cave in North Africa. Wow. Fan art. Ancient fan art, dude. This shit is what I'm talking about. Okay, well now I want someone to like draw my face in the style of a pave painting. Of a pave painting? Yes, Stev. Of a cave painting. Yes, I don't know what a pave painting is, but someone should figure that out. In some parts of Africa, people believe that giraffe tails are lucky. A bracelet or fly whisk made of hair from a giraffe's tail is supposed to keep its owner healthy and safe from danger. Luckily for giraffes, this belief is dying out. The first fan art. Oh, I don't like this. I don't really like this all that much. Hopefully it's alive. Hold on. Pictures like the one above were probably painted by giraffe hunters as a kind of magic to bring them good luck in the hunt. Today, Bushmen of South Africa still hunt giraffes with bows and arrows, as ancient Africans did. Aww. Well, that's a little sad. I mean, listen, man, everyone's got their haters. Everyone's got their haters, including giraffes. At times, the human aberration for giraffes may have been carried a little too far. When the first giraffe was brought to Paris in 1827, it nearly caused a riot. People crowded into the streets to see the wonderful animal, and soldiers had to be called out to control them. And before long, giraffe fashions began to appear. Women wore their hair in a giraffe-like style, and men's coats had giraffe spots on them. For more than a year, Paris was giraffe crazy. Dude, that's... Dude, if I become a wrestler, that's gonna be my shirt phrase. Giraffe crazy. And I'll come out with this, too. I'll get a wig, and I'll come out in this right here. I don't even know what this is, but this is insane work right here. Aren't they also an endangered subspecies? I haven't checked in recently. Hold on. Are giraffes endangered? Fun for animal welfare. Alright, there are approximately 117,000 giraffes left in the wild, and the IUCN Red List classifies the species as a whole as vulnerable. But the number of giraffes has plummeted dramatically over the past 3 decades, by up to 40%. Some people refer to this as a silent extinction because the decline has been so slow that it's almost gone unnoticed. Okay, so the Red List classifies them as vulnerable. They are not endangered, but they're like a stone throws away. Sorry, but they're like a stone's toss away from you know, being endangered. And we end off on this. The future of giraffes may not be quite as dark as the future of many other African animals. For one thing, people really like giraffes and want to help them survive. For another, giraffes really don't give anybody any reasons for hurting them. Unlike some other animals, giraffes do not bother the cattle and other livestock that people raise, and they usually don't eat the crops that people grow. Giraffes stay pretty much out of people's way and mind their own business. Unfortunately, it isn't always for people to stay out of the way of giraffes. The number of people in Africa is growing so fast that humans and giraffes find themselves in competition for the same living space in many places. More and more people are being born, and they need more land on which to live and raise food. This means that less and less land is available for the trees that giraffes like to eat, and for the giraffes themselves. The growing number of humans has brought another serious problem with it. There are so many poor and hungry people in Africa that hunting of giraffes has increased. In most African countries, it is against the law to hunt giraffes, but hungry people kill giraffes anyway, to get the great amount of meat that is on every giraffe. These illegal human hunters are called poachers, and it is very hard to stop them. Inside the great national parks of Africa, there are police that try to protect the giraffes and other animals, but the parks are very big, and the number of police is often very small. Outside the parks, there is usually nobody to protect the giraffes. Today, there are more than 100,000 giraffes in Africa. Many of these still live outside of the national parks. In the future, however, it seems likely that national parks will be the only places where there will be room for giraffes, and where they will be reasonably safe. Since there is only limited living space within the parks, the number of giraffes in Africa will probably be smaller. Well, that stinks. I suppose the answer to that is yes, Zach. We're very close to becoming endangered. I mean, that was kind of a sour note to end things off on, I feel like. Just kind of projecting that, hey, our land is being encroached upon, and we're being killed. And we're being killed for our meat. Yeah, that was a little sad, chat. I think we need to lighten the mood a little bit. Let's see the giraffe fighting again. But this time with awesome epic music to go over it. Oh my god. Dude, look at this. They scoop it up. Check this out. Absolute freaks. And I love them very much. Dude. I don't know. I don't know why the chewing animation. That dude, this right here, dude. My roommate just came by and he said reaction image. Dude, I see it. I see the vision. Dude, this right here is me when I was like 12 years old when I was trying to eat a well-done steak for the first time. This is me when I'm up chewing my cud. Who up chewing their cud, chat? Alright, when they approach each other. This right here is like a Western standoff. Look at this. Dude, this right here is like Roman and Cody stepping up to each other. Dude, I love how this is shot. Look at it. Adrenaline in his soul. Wow! Dude, what framing? Look at this. Chad, have you ever wanted giraffe? Chad, have you ever wanted giraffe ASMR? Well, here it is. Dude, that right there is like him, like with his chewing tobacco. Just fucking pause this and put like a cowboy hat on him, and automatically it's got like Western vibes. Just fucking like throwing the tumbleweed too. Oh, they're squaring up. Alright. Alright, we need like the music for this, chat. Hold on. I think that we need this. Cowboy shit, you're right. This right here is cowboy shit. Cinema. Neko machine, son. It does look like a barren wasteland. Victoire. That one. Mate courted. The mate has been successfully courted. Holy shit. Yes. Great. Dude, that was insane. Honestly, that right there was aura. That was incredible work. Okay. But yeah, that right there was the Zoobook, chat. That was very fun. I'll be honest with y'all. I wasn't really expecting this to take me 2.5 hours. I was kind of, expecting it to take at least, like... I was kind of expecting to be done with this, like, half an hour sooner. So we got a little bit of time here. And there was a video that popped up on my feed recently that was like, this feels like it would be very fun for, for us to sort of watch. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that here. But first, I want to go ahead and take a little break. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me so far this evening. And we will be back here shortly, all right? See you all in a bit.
It's break time. Where are the cheaters, my dudes?
honestly feel like Kobe. I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you push it 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili. From young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready, been ready. I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty. I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out to send me. Plus I grinded from the start. I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli. After the confetti, who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who?
Nom nom. Oh excuse me, we're back my dudes.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to tonight's Long Boy Club meeting. We are going to kind of wind things down a little bit here with a sort of a cool little video that I found right before tonight's show. This is just kind of something that I was like, I looked at this and I was like, I'm going to save myself, a little bit for this, because this is honestly something that I would have enjoyed having when I was a kid, In fact, we went to like a little vacation home in North Carolina when I was a teenager. That prom was basically something like this. It was not this. It was just like two little cabinets in a like a dingy basement and nothing else. But no, this video is called what it's like having what it's like having an arcade in my backyard. Shed K Tour 2025. I am very, very stoked to see this. Yeah, this is basically the post game here.
I'm Chris. This is my backyard arcade called the Shedcade. It has now been completed, finished, and moved into for about 3 years. Once a year, I typically do a video giving you guys an update on how not only the building is held up, but
how are you, Chris?
Changes I've made to the home arcade, just to give you an idea of what it's like having an arcade in your backyard or a home arcade. I know some of you guys can't pull that off, so or maybe you're.
I'm 26 and I would love something like this.
Really like. So for today, we're actually going to start outside. Even though it's really hot out here. It is late September and it just will not cool down, unfortunately. But so the problem I've always had since this building has been finished is it is on a slope in my backyard, and anytime it rains really hard, all the water from the neighbor's house, the guy behind me, and even these people diagonally just pours under the fence and just runs underneath the building. And that's going to be really bad for the foundation. Of course, over time you're going to get erosion. I'm going to have shifting and all kinds of problems. One night we got 6 inches of rain in like an hour. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen here. and this was completely full of water. There was just a river running under the building.
Yeah.
It was time to finally just do something about it. My plan was to do a French drain, but I did not want to be out here digging in the heat of summer, so...
Hello, Mario.
This is what we ended up with. I called a guy who was very...
Then this is what I walked in on, Home Improvement. You literally just walked in, like, right after we finished up the Zoobook batch. Hello, how are you doing?
Originally came thinking he was going to do a French drain, then he said, why don't we do like a ditch, an open ditch?
I learned so many secrets about my kind.
You can actually see that it's working, all that stuff. And I don't have a lot of room.
But this isn't necessarily Home Improvement.
Between the AC and
even though it's kind of...
I don't have a lot of room to work. So he said, why don't we try this? And I liked his price, and we went for it. So it's been finished for a couple months now. Of course, we haven't had a whole lot of rain. I live in Texas, not too far from where the recent Kerrville flooding was, but we didn't really get too big of an issue from that. It wasn't when I got the 6 inches of rain all at once. It was close to that time, but anyway, yeah, I'm happy to have this done because it was really stressful. Anytime it would rain, I would worry about the water pouring under the building. Now the water dumps into this. There's actually a larger kind of lip thing on this side.
You know, there are jokes right now where it's like, I mean, especially with, you know, global conflict right now, where it's like real men used to go to war. Well, listen, this right here is what real men need to be doing. Making fucking arcades in their backyard. Because that would just be beneficial for everyone, I feel like.
It dumps into here, it flows down around the AC.
Like literally building entire shacks.
And I put these rocks in here to try to slow the water down as it came out.
For all their gaming autisms.
Really, I don't know, it's been fine. The little bit of rain we have had has caused most of the dirt to dump into here, so eventually I might have to dig the rocks out and get the dirt out of there too, so I don't start growing plants. But I'm really hoping that this dirt is going to catch, or some grass is going to start growing here so I don't have major erosion when I do get some rain. We're actually forecasted to have some tomorrow night, so I'm a little interested to see how it's going to go. But happy to have this thing fixed. It now dumps out into the yard here and starts going that way to my neighbor's house. Please don't mind our garden. It's covered for a reason, and it's a mess. But anyway, it's way too hot out here.
Dude, the water's no longer his problem. Oh boy.
There have been quite a few changes. I had to watch.
Dude, he's got like AC and like landscaping out here. Dude, this right here is not just a shack, it's a whole, like, other building here.
So, here we go.
Wow.
Whew, it is much cooler in here. We're going to start on the left side. The only thing that's really changed in here, on this side at least, is I'm pretty sure this sign is new. Lady Cag had this made for me. It's like a LED neon sign. Pretty awesome. Thank you, Lady Cag. Last time I talked about having a little comedy shelf, like my little comedy memorabilia was here. I never ended up making a shelf, but I did just kind of hide some of it around here. There is some of it down here as well. I apologize about the dust. I'm just noticing this as I'm recording. I've been kind of hiding little bits in the
Dude, if you didn't mention it, I wouldn't have noticed.
Make my own killer arcade games. Custom blockbuster box. Even put a fake synopsis on the back there. If you want to pause and read that, you can. It's not anything important, though. I've been on the back.
Sure, we'll read it.
Custom.
Killer Arcade Games. Oh, that's the name of the channel. Okay. More movies than anyone in the world. Make it a blockbuster night. Fast checkout. Thousands of tapes for rental and sale. Top video games for rent. Killer Arcade Games. A huge arcade nerd born in the early 1980s. Can't stop thinking about the arcade games of his youth. Modern times make it difficult to relive the good old days, but Cag decides to take matters into his own hands. He builds a small following that eventually gets out of hand. Before Cag knows it, he's building an arcade in his backyard. The Shedcade is born. Where will this take him next? I mean, all I can say is, so far, I really enjoy, like, the Nintendo 64 that's at the right, along with the PS2. The fat PS2, in fact.
On the back there. If you want to pause and read that, you can. It's not anything important, though.
Why is Grimace in front of a dilapidated monument?
I've been making quite a few of these just to hide around randomly, so that's fun. Yeah, I am not a weed guy, by the way. I've actually never... I'm a nerd. I've never even tried it, but that's from Adam Ray. He gave that to me. So, anyway, we kept it as like a little piece of memorabilia. Sorry, one of yeah, one of the other things I added to the Shedcade is talking behind me. Here is a big change to the Shedcade. The console gaming station, it's kind of wedged in here. I didn't have a lot of room to even put it in here in the first place. 19-inch CRT. I had to use an external old school, like, or an old Bluetooth speaker because the TV actually doesn't have sound. There's a problem with it. But otherwise, it looks good, performs well. I'm happy with it.
I'm still surprised that there isn't, like, a third-party manufacturer of some kind that's making CRTs in the modern era. And I say, like, I sort of mean, like, a specialty manufacturer, because, like, obviously this would only be, like, bought by complete dorks, but those are very passionate dorks that will give you their money, like, fast style. So, yeah.
I've got,
yeah.
What is it, 6 consoles? I think, yeah, 6. We have Sega Genesis at the very bottom, NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and I had to put the PlayStation 2 over there. The switcher is down here with a subwoofer at the bottom that's not for the system, but for the whole Shedcade sound. But yeah, I just switch them there. All the wires are nicely hidden inside of a box back there, and all the adapters and power. I turn this whole thing on with a smart switch. So, been enjoying this. You may have seen it on the channel if you've been watching lately.
Wait, why are the feds coming?
The what's new portion of this, and we'll go back and talk about things that have had problems and things that had to be fixed. These shelves were here the last time I did this. I've just updated it with a few other things. I honestly can't remember if these little mini CRTs that I made are up here. They are running, this one specifically runs old movie trailers and commercials. This one is running arcade game commercials. So like promotional videos they used to send out to, I guess.
That's so sick.
Who wanted to potentially buy their machines. And I went ahead and made like fatality compilations for games I like. And that's what's probably running right here. Or no, that's actually, it's probably an ad. Never mind. That's a KI2 ad. What else has changed? I have moved some of this stuff, and you'll see why in a second. I'm going to start kind of putting more stuff on the walls. And there's actually stuff coming that I hesitated on making this video for. Nothing important. I got a KI arcade flyer that they used to send out to operators, and I'm going to post, I actually got 2 of them. I'm going to frame them front and back, put them probably over here and move these over to this side. On the last video, this change machine was new, but the only thing that's new now, and unfortunately I still don't have the tokens. I know I've talked about the
dude.
And even in
I mean, like, would you...
Man, I can see so much dust on footage, or on the camera, that I just can't see with my eye. Oh my god.
So, like, hold on then. Is this token dispenser just for show? Like, if you come into this thing and you want to play, like, I don't know, what looks to be like...
God, I gotta clean talk to
what even is this game right there? If you want to play Hydro Thunder, do you need a token, or can you just get on there and play it?
Footage, or on the camera, that I just can't see with my eye. Oh my god, I gotta clean. Anyway, no custom tokens yet. They're very expensive, and I've just had a hard time pulling the trigger on spending almost $1,500 on tokens that are gonna not really be used. We're gonna do it eventually. I swear it's gonna happen. But you're probably wondering, what is this? Like, why is this thing here? The reason for it is, if you sit down to play Rush, or specifically, actually both games had this problem. I would sit down to play Hydro Thunder after putting these 2 racing machines butt to butt here, seat to seat, and I started getting major reflections because the glass is, you know, vertical. I would see the Rush the Rock marquee here, and then over here, if I sat down to play, this glass is actually slanted, so it slants like at an angle here. But I still saw a lot of, pretty much the marquee. Somehow the marquee was still reflecting, and it was giving me a lot of problems trying to play. It was actually messing me up a little bit. So I talked to Lady Kag, and I was like, I want to put some kind of divider here. She went online and found this acrylic place that cuts acrylic. This is a piece of black acrylic here. It looks very reflective, but when you're sitting down to play, you don't get a reflection on the screens. It's worked great. It's pretty subtle. Originally, I wanted to put like the CAG logo here or something, but I realized if I did that, we might start seeing it on the screen. So skip that altogether and just left a black piece of acrylic.
I'm locked into this too, man. Wow.
Found it on the corners though, so it doesn't look too weird. It's going to be very hard to focus on that. But nobody has ever asked. Like,
I mean, he's right. I mean, like,
come over and never said.
I mean, like, yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, this right here just feels like it's part of, you know, the, you know, it's a natural part of the environment, it feels like.
That's the thing about it. Probably because it's pretty subtle, especially if you're looking at it over here. or if you're just not even paying attention at all and you back up, it kind of reflects the light if it's, you know, bright outside, and you just don't even notice it. It's nice. I can't remember where we got it. If anyone needs anything like that, you can leave a comment and I'll try to look it up. I've recently added more shelving here. This shelf is pretty sparse.
Oh my god, King of the Hill Funkos.
Up here yet. I'm considering doing like a joking blockbuster shelf section where I might make another one of these fake little CRTs and make it play old movies I liked on loop and just kind of hide boxes around it. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I did get this spinning platform for this Scorpion character. I thought that was pretty cool. It's too bad nobody makes Killer Instinct characters, because it would look like when you're on the character select screen when they're just spinning, so I thought that was fun to have in the shed. I will update this shelf eventually. You'll probably see it next year, though. I might even put another shelf here or use that wall for some kind of display. I'll figure it out in the future, though. Speaking of shelves, there is another one over here. And yeah, it's just, you know, puts a bunch of stuff up here that I've always wanted to have on display. This is actually a Halloween decoration Lady Keg saw recently and bought it, and I was like, I'm putting that in the shed cave. That's pretty cool.
Monster Cave.
So I bought the Zoltar. I was like, I want to be able to display it, but the problem with this one is, much like the Qbert, it has an on-off switch, but it stays on battery power. So even if I kill the power to the shelf, which I have it set up on a smart switch, the batteries are going to just keep getting depleted every day, and I did not want that. So I actually put this stuff here because I can reach this shelf and turn them on and off manually, which I don't like, but you have to do what you have to do. Here is my Killer Instinct gold statue that I won from the Combat Dads podcast when they did a local tournament. There is an LED USB thing here just to kind of light it up, which I like. I might put more of those around the Shedcade as well. The other big change to the Shedcade is last time I did one of these videos, I did not.
Oh my dude, the floor. The floor. The floor is quintessential. Wow. This right here looks like Roshan Galaxy's fucking stream here.
I still don't have permanent carpeting, and there's a reason for that. In order to get permanent carpeting in here,
this is necessary.
Or move everything to one side, have them lay some carpet on one side, move everything over. It just sounds like a nightmare. So I just bought rugs, arcade rugs that I found on Walmart.com of all places. These are actually really good quality. I bought some junk ones from Etsy that I hated, and I made a whole video about that process. So if I remember, I'll link to it. So yeah.
I want to learn about the Etsy carpet. I want to learn all about the Etsy carpet, brother. We're finding that after this.
I know this is not everyone's favorite pattern, and that's fine.
It's the greatest pattern.
It was very easy to get from Walmart and easy to return if I didn't like it. And this pattern happens to be the exact same one of the arcades that I used to work in and manage in high school and a little bit later after that. So I thought it'd be kind of funny to put it in here, and it works for me. If you hate it, that's fine. It's not for you. It's for me. So while we're looking down here, I do want to mention another thing that's changed, and this isn't something you would ever see. I just thought it was something kind of clever. I started running out of places to store stuff in the Shedcade. You know, I've got a pretty full setup over here, and this is really the only storage I have. So I started running out of space. Don't mind the boxes. They're not normally here. We'll talk about those later. I'm not hiding stuff between the machines or anything, but I did start thinking, I've got all this space underneath in the bottom of these arcade cabinets that I don't use. So I started putting parts down here, stuff that I might need in the future, my soldering iron. I mean, I think my soldering iron's in KI2, all my soldering equipment.
Oh, God.
Nothing is in KI1 because that door is actually really hard to
I'd imagine that soldering these... I'd imagine that, especially these are older machines, being able to solder things, you know, back in working order is probably a pretty necessary skill, because these don't look like one-up arcade cabinets. These just look like the, you know, genuine article. So
must have bent at some point, or the cabinet got out of alignment. But I have stuff in here as well. I don't even remember what. It's just been a really nice way to hide more stuff in here when you're really low on space. And these boxes are something I'll talk about in at the end of the video. It's actually a tease for a project that's coming up later. But for now, let's talk about things that have gone wrong in the Shedcade. And really, I'm happy to say I've had very little trouble over the past year. Now that said, there was still some problems with my monitors. In fact, Killer Instinct 1 and 2's monitor needed work, and it's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. Now, I am running these in a home setting where they aren't running for, you know, all day long every single day. They run probably, I don't know, 8 hours a week max usually, maybe even 10 sometimes if I have a lot of extra time in the winter. But in the summer, I'm usually busy working. So they're not on all the time. They don't get a lot of use. These have all been solid, but KI1 eventually started having the point where the screen, the edges of the screen like squished in to where there was probably about, I don't know, a hand's width on each side.
Oh yeah, these are the genuine things then.
And once I noticed it, I turned it off.
Yeah, these are the genuine articles then.
I threw the Hail Mary of arcade repair and said, I'm gonna do a cap kit, which is a capacitor kit where you replace all the capacitors on the arcade or the monitor chassis, and that fixed it. It looks great. It's back to looking beautiful and bright, which I was very happy to see that it fixed it. KI2 had one of those moments where I looked over and nothing was on the screen, similar to this. And you can see how long it goes. When it's loading the fight, it takes quite a while. But, you know, it's just one of those things that freaks me out every time I look over and see it. I'm like, oh no, it's not working. And sure enough, it shows up with a fight. This time I looked over at it and I stared at it for a while. I was like, come on, show me the fight, and it never did. So I came over here, I pressed start, it made noise, so I knew the game was actually on and running. I opened the coin door and I smelled smoke in there, so I decided to just shut it down. Turns out this one, actually I had just done a cap kit on it, by the way, and a new flyback, so I assumed the flyback had burned up, which has happened to my Hydro Thunder in the past. It wasn't the flyback. And it seemed like it was going to be a little difficult, so I reached out to Mike's Amateur Arcade Monitor Repair. He was very helpful and said, check this and this and this, which I think I checked most of it, because I wouldn't, you know, I'm not like an expert at this, but I was like, yeah, I checked this, it's not doing anything. I tried putting it back in to verify if it was ticking or making noises. Nothing. So he was very nice and said, tell you what, I'll just send you a replacement, a better chassis even, which was awesome. And you just send me your bad one back, I'll fix it, and he got rid of it. So that was pretty great. Mike saved my butt on that one. It was a drop-in replacement, and it was back up and running. And it looks better than it did before. Now I have a K7400 in here, whereas before it was a U2000. So thank you very much, Mike's Amateur Arcade Monitor Repair. As far as the rest of this goes, Target Terror has given me some trouble. It has frozen up.
I'm sorry, did I see... Dude, is that FMV? Oh, that's legendary.
It has frozen up quite a bit, and I think I figured that out.
Oh, dude, we got like that fucking like mid-90s fucking FMV cheese.
Finally got it out of there. It was bulging. I replaced it, and it hasn't really been freezing much. If you bump it really, really hard, it will likely freeze, and I'm not exactly sure what's causing that. This thing runs on a PC, so it's a little more finicky than you would think. For the most part, it's been good. I have tried really, really hard to get a backup of the hard drive. I've cloned the disk. It doesn't matter. It's never going to work. It will not let me clone this darn disk. Or I could clone it all day, but the computer's not going to play it no matter what I do. So if the hard drive fails, I might be in a tough position. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I've literally tried 5 times. I've bought an old school hard drive that was the exact same size. It still would not clone this drive properly. So I don't know what to do with it. Hopefully it doesn't fail on me, so that's where we are with that. Now, I think everything else has been good, so there's no reason to talk about it. I am going to talk about my next project, though. So here's going to be the next thing that's changing in the Shedcade, I hope. I have had a hell of a time with this project already. I've been working on it forever. But the Carnival cabinet has grown boring to me. Just a limited number of games. I mean, I'll show you really quickly. There's not a lot in this cabinet. I'm going to go pretty quickly through it. And that's because I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out how to set up emulation for all of these games. And I did the MAME games, and that was fine. I have the send-in guns. But I just decided that I'm not going to go any further than that and bang my head against the wall forever. I'm just going to spend the money and upgrade the cabinet eventually. So my plan was to do that, and I started the process by buying new guns. I was like, I'm going to test them first, make sure I like them. And here are the new guns. They are ridiculous.
Oh my god.
And that's on purpose. I wanted something a little bit silly to just kind of breathe new life into the cabinet. The cabinet is just an arcade 1-up, and it doesn't really fit in here anymore. I mean, next to Target Terror, it's laughable as far as size goes. But
it kind of is, yeah.
I either need to get rid of it or upgrade it. So I decided to upgrade it. I've already spent like $1,200 on this project, and it's not going well so far. So the plan is to take the mounts off here, go ahead and put the guns on the side, do a few other things, and also just completely change the PC inside for a newer one, which I have already built, and it is right here. That's what I was trying to show you earlier. It is sitting here because I have nowhere else to put it currently, but it has like a Ryzen 5 or 5500. It has a RX 580 graphics card inside, which is good, I guess. I don't know. It's a little old by today's standards, but I built the whole thing myself.
Yes,
for like
that is very old.
And I haven't
580 is quite old. Yes.
Pretty smoothly for the most part. And the guns were, I think, like 500 a piece. I'll talk a lot more about this when I actually do the upgrade process. I have a lot to say about these, and some of it's good, some of it's bad. But that's the plan for the future. I'm waiting on Joel from Retro Lizards build to get here. He's sending me a hard drive over to install, and it should be like plug and play for the most part, so I'm really excited. Unfortunately, speaking of things that have gone wrong, and this may be hard to see now that I think about it. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. A line of pixels have taken a crap on my screen, which is fine. This is an Insignia TV I bought new for this project years ago. It has probably run, I don't know, a couple thousand hours over the years, and it still looks pretty good. So I'm not going to complain too much. As far as I know, there's no burn-in from the send-in border. I hope not, because I'm going to be switching where I don't need the send-in border anymore. I'm going to be using these sensors on the side here, the retro shooter. So we'll see how it goes, and that's what's coming for the Shedcade. I wish I could tell you exactly when, because I just don't know, but that will hopefully be something you'll see in the future. Well, another year in the Shedcade has passed, and I'm feeling pretty good about it still. I have found myself feeling a little bored of it. I feel very guilty saying that. But ultimately, I have all the games that I really, really want. Now, if I had more room, I would, of course, have Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 in here as well. I just don't have the room for it. So for now, the old main Mortal Kombat cabinet's going to have to do the job. Overall, I'm still extremely grateful, don't get me wrong, but every now and then I find myself kind of like, I want to play some games, but I have to be in the right mood. You know, I'll never grow tired of them ultimately. It's just I'm in one of those moments where it's like, I feel like I need a change in here, and I'm hoping the Carnival is going to help really give me like new life and everything in here. That said, I'm out here playing games now. I just happened to stop to record this video. I'm still enjoying the heck out of it. It's just the first time ever I've kind of had that feeling of, all right, kind of bored. I don't know what to do. I'm sure it's going to change. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on how everything is going in here. I still, of course, have the Rock Band setup going that I know a lot of people wish I would just get rid of so I could put more arcade games in, but I'm not going to do that. So,
dude,
sorry about that.
I'd be all over that Rock Band setup. I'm not going to lie.
So this is where we are for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see more arcade content.
Okay, so I need to check something here. Can I find the Etsy fucking carpet? Because I would like to find that real fast. Because he did not remember to link it. He did not remember to link the freaking Etsy carpet. Just a second. Etsy. Oh wow, this one has been popping off, it looks like. Okay. Etsy. That gasp. Dude, I love Rock Band, alright? That's really it. I fucking love Rock Band, always have. Okay, there we go. Don't buy arcade rugs on Etsy.
What's up, everybody? This is Killer Arcade Games. I'm Chris. We're here in the Shedcade in my backyard, and one of the things that I've always wanted to upgrade in here is the flooring. The flooring is just the standard tough shed flooring. It's literally just, I don't know, decent plywood or OSB. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's good, thick flooring that seems great and all. It kind of has like a rubberized coating on it. It's grippy, it's nice, but it is a weird color, especially for an arcade. So
it's like cream color floor.
And you're probably asking, why didn't you want to get wall-to-wall carpet, just like arcade carpet? Well, I would have liked to, but I couldn't afford it at the time of building the place, and I'm not moving all this stuff out of here to lay down carpet now. So I think rugs are going to be my best option. I've actually bought a couple of them, and I'm going to review them in this video. Let me show you guys now. So here's the bare floor in the Shedcade, and yeah, it's torn up. And actually, when we were building it, we were trying to plan where to put the lights, so we just put pencil marks there. Like, all right, we'll put a light there straight above this. Well, it turns out the pencil never came off. We tried and tried and tried, scrubbed, tried eraser, it never came off. So I just said, no big deal, who cares, it's the floor. But Hydro Thunder, when it sat here, the wheels just really marked up the floor badly, and I can't get that off either without probably just repainting the floor. So I decided, why not get some rugs? So I spent a lot of time looking at rugs online. Now I know this pattern is probably not what everyone's first choice would be. The reason I chose it is that was the same arcade carpet of the arcade that I worked in. Actually, both arcades I worked in had this celebration pattern. I always kind of liked it.
That's crazy.
It's fine with me. The arcade I went to as a kid just had regular black carpeting. But this is pretty cool. Like, it's, you know, it's fine.
I don't know, like, it needs... This right here, this pattern needs more sharp edges, right? Or it needs to, like, look like the celebration cups that you would get from like ice cream shops and skating rinks, you know?
I put it on Etsy, and I'm not exactly thrilled with it, but I couldn't find anything else that would work for what I needed, so I went ahead and got this. This is a smaller one. This one sits, you know, near the drum set where my chair is over here and by the games. Now, I've ordered another one that's going to go right here, and it actually came in today, so we'll open that up. First things first, though, let's take a look at this. Now, there's already some kitty cag hairs here because I put her in here. But this is not what you would expect from a carpet. When I heard carpet, I thought this was going to be like, basically like this. This is a cheap drum mat I got on Amazon. I thought it would have like these little, you know, like a rug. You know, you would have like the loops and all that. This does not have it. I've been actually calling this a arcade mat because it feels more like a mat that you get for like your bathroom at the dollar store. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just being honest with you guys. It's not the highest quality, but it is, you know, somewhat thick. It's got a little bit of squish to it. It feels pretty good on the feet. And yes, I did lay down the rug slip thing because this was actually kind of slippery. So that's another downside of it. Let's take a look at how these show up. In a very bizarre fashion, I expected a tube was going to arrive at my house. Instead, a FedEx bag arrived.
Oh my god.
From Turkey, Istanbul, to be precise. They're not cheap either. This thing's actually really heavy. This is the bigger rug, but let's take a look here. Hopefully my address isn't showing. I may have to blur the bag, but that's how they ship the rug. Dude, that right there is the dispatch method of censoring something. That right there is dispatch. If I didn't know any better, I would think the bag had like a Chernobyl cock. I have to blur the bag, but that's how they shipped a rug that's going to take up this entire area. Don't mind the sandals.
That's awful, honestly.
That's how they shipped this thing, wrapped up like this. I'm gonna open it up real quick and lay it out, and you're gonna see why I don't really like that they.
The toss. I mean, like, that just shows how much he respects these rugs. In quotes. They're in parentheses. He doesn't.
Ship it that way. This rug is about, I think, 7.5
Ew.
by a little over 5 feet wide, and it's wrapped up into this little burrito right here. It's so hard to get it out of there, for one. It's also going to be wrinkled as hell, so I'm going to finish getting it out of here. I just wanted to show you how tiny it is. Like, here's my hand for reference, and this is a big rug, so they really, really squish it down, which causes it to have a lot of creases in it.
That's no good.
First, this is why I don't like how they package.
Ew. 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 Look at that, dude. Dude, look at that. It looks like it's already been used for like 10 years.
Creases in it. Well, first things first, this is why I don't like how they package it like that. It's all wrinkled up. It's not sitting flat.
Ew.
It's kind of a pain.
Ew.
I don't really like that they do
Gross.
that. I don't know why they do that. Another problem I'm noticing is it doesn't really look exactly like the other rug. Got it from the same Etsy seller, and you can see here, it looks like this. looks like that. That's a darker black background. Where
yeah, I'm seeing that. I thought that was the lighting of the shed.
Make this stuff with. I assume it's printed on. Man, this is disappointing because this rug shipped is like $200, and I gotta tell you, it feels like lesser quality than the other one. Let's see. For one, it almost just is like a blanket. I mean, it's like a weird thick blanket that you wouldn't really want on you. But that's pretty disappointing. This one actually at least looks like a rug underneath. I don't know. I'm kind of not...
Yeah, it looks like really cheapo.
Just to be honest. All right, so it is now like a week and a half or 2 weeks later. You may even notice it's been so long that I got new glasses. But anyway, I've been fighting with the Etsy seller because I decided that that rug was so terrible that I absolutely refused to pay $210 for that complete piece of crap. I contacted the seller. The seller was kind of crappy about it. He was polite, but crappy polite, basically saying he's not responsible for manufacturing defects. Well, speaking of defects, after I laid it down and really started looking at it, I kind of realized it didn't look as long as they said it did. It was supposed to be 90 inches long, which is what I needed for this space, but it turns out it was less than 86 inches long. Again, he does not cover manufacturing defects, so he told me basically I'm out of luck, and that was that. So I contacted Etsy. After dealing with Etsy back and forth, they finally refunded me the $210. They didn't even ask for the rug back. It's now just sitting here folded up on my drum stool, and I don't know what to do with it. I hate to throw it away, but really it's pretty crappy. I mean, it's just not a good rug at all, so who knows? Maybe I'll figure out what to do with that later. But I am stuck with keeping this smaller one, which is fine. It looks okay. The problem is, I know I mentioned earlier in this video I was going to test it with a black light. I did that off camera. It doesn't really react at all. It's a really bad rug. I'm really mad I paid $140 just for this piece of crap too. It's much better than the other one, but it's not great. So that still leaves this huge open space. Now the good news is I have found a different rug. Unfortunately, that rug has not arrived yet. Now it's coming from Walmart. It's made by Joy Carpets, which is probably who I should have ordered from in the first place, and I would have done that. But the problem is they didn't make the size I need. So now I'm going to have to get it in, cut it down to size, which I find to be risky, but I think it's going to be much higher quality and it's cheaper. So, and I get the Walmart return policy. So if it shows up and it sucks, I can just take it back to Walmart. I don't have to worry about it. And it is actually sold from Walmart. So I'm going to end this video by saying, do not buy a rug, arcade rug on Etsy. I can't find a single seller on Etsy that I feel like I would trust. I didn't really care for how Etsy treated me in the process of getting my money back. So just don't do it. Wait a little bit if you're looking to buy an arcade rug. Wait for the next arcade rug review, which will be the one from Walmart made by Joy Carpets. Hopefully it'll be good. I think it'll be great. And then I can recommend a rug to everyone. They sell different sizes. I'll have a link for you then. But for now, don't buy a rug on Etsy. It was terrible. Terrible experience all the way around. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next arcade rug review, which is something I thought I would never be saying on this channel. But hey, it's actually a cool thing to have some arcade rugs in our rooms. You know, especially in here. The floor in here is not really arcade themed. It doesn't look very good. So make sure you don't miss that video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think I should have just stuck it out with that terrible rug, or did I make the right choice? I think I know the answer, but hey, maybe someone has a different opinion. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.
Alright, well, this guy gave me... Alright, well, I'm gonna fucking sub to him once I'm, sort of done with stream here. Actually, no, I'll go ahead and sub to him right now. I need to, I just need to pull it up in, you know, another tab. Give me a second. Oh, thanks, Zach. There we go. I subbed to him. Killer Arcade Games. That's fucking cool.
This one's a devil to explain.
All Dude ever wanted was his rug back, man. It really tied the room together.
Devil dice is an
Yeah, that rug was pretty nasty. Alright, well, while that's playing, I'm gonna kind of get our raid going here.
directional buttons to move the characters around.
Because I think tonight was a pretty successful night.
Buttons while the characters are standing on top of the dice. By moving the dice horizontally or vertically, align dice with the same numbers. The dice vanish when the same number as the number on the dice or more have been connected. For example, if the dice show 3, they vanish when the player connects 3 or more of them. The number on the face of the die, multiplied by the number of dice, is added to the player's score. These are the basic rules of the game. Let's try now for 5s. Move the dice around until 5 5s are aligned. The 5 dice vanish, and 5 times 5, or a total of 25 points, is added to the player's score. Once the dice have been aligned, they
I'll go ahead and
vanish
raid
into
with
the
Shark-Sided.
ground.
They're playing Tomodachi Life
Dice
right
which have
now.
only partially disappeared can still be used to connect with other dice. The player can continue adding
Plus,
more
they're making a
dice to
partner
those which
push
have
right
not
now,
completely
and I would like to
vanished.
help them out a little bit.
The
So,
value of those dice are also added to the total score. This is the chain rule, one of the most important rules of the game.
The bottom line, Devil Dice is fun, but not worth $40.
I just needed some kitsy. It's a nervous tick of yours, brother. I understand. I get you. I get you, brother. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start our raid here. Thank you all very much for watching me tonight. Here's the raid message. If you've not done so already, I would really appreciate a follow to the channel. We're trying to get 1,000 followers by year's end. If we do, I've got 1K Mania in store, and I'm really hoping that we get there because I want to celebrate this lovely community with all of you. For now, let's raid into Shark-Sided. I will be back on Thursday with some more Dispatch. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go for Invisigal as our romance option. I'll figure that out when we get there. But, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to continue it with all of you. I will see you then. I'm gonna go get food. See y'all. Bye.